What's up, guys? My name is Austin. I am the host, producer, editor, everything of Survivor Maryland. I'm really excited to show you guys this finale. Finally, it's been a long road to get here, a lot of episodes, a lot of hours of editing, but this is a crazy, emotional, intense, complicated finale, and I try to do as much justice as possible. There's a lot going on in this YouTube video. We're going to have the entire finale. We're going to have a little bit of me talking at the end. And also we will have a preview of the next season. There's another season, and I'm actually starting an All-Star Season 5 tomorrow. So that's what's going on in the real world right now. In late August of 2015 is when I'm doing this. I got to thank you to my crew. Really makes the season a lot better, having them around, having them to help out, and with challenges, with production and everything. Thank you to my co-RA, Nicole, who took some shifts for me to let me finish the editing for this before school started. And thank you to everybody who comments. Again, it really keeps me going, keeps me motivated. If nobody was watching this, I would not spend hours putting them out. So all I can do is ask for this. As we go into the finale, jot down your thoughts, as many as you can. I love reading them. I love seeing what you think now that everything's over. And post those or send them to me however you want. Follow the Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube for more stuff. I'll try to post some more content, some bonus stuff I never posted. And additionally, if you know of a community or a person who loves Survivor who would enjoy this, please do share it. I do think it's pretty entertaining and it's pretty good Survivor and great stuff. But a lot of people don't really trust fan-made Survivors and wouldn't give them a chance. And I don't want to beg people to watch, so it's better if it comes from word of mouth. So if you do get a chance to share it, please do. And with that, we're going to get into this finale. I'm going to let you guys watch it. There will be a lot of comments at the end of this. You might be happy, you might be sad, you might be in the middle. But it's going to be a wild ride, so good luck. Let's go. For the third time, a cast of University of Maryland students came together in the ultimate social experiment. Welcome to Survivor Maryland, everybody. And from the get-go, these 16 new players brought conflict and intensity.
If you get my hair, it's over! No mercy! Don't fucking play with me! I swear to God for you! Oh, Charlie!
Is there for Charlie? Oh, Charlie to get it! And they win immunity! When the Rafiki tribe won the first immunity challenge of the game, the Hukatana tribe split into factions.
We have the Quidditch people who are like, oh, we play Quidditch, we're so close. There's LP2, which is me, Zach, and Victoria. And then we have the Irrelevants. Sorry, but we do.
By leveraging his connections from the Quidditch team, Harry pulled in Zach and Terry to make an alliance of 5, while Victoria and Fluke simultaneously pulled in Zach and ultimately Terry to make their own 4 alliance.
We want Terry! We were the first ones to talk to him! We deserve him!
Victoria and Fluke want to bring you on.
Okay, good.
But I think we should make an alliance.
Okay.
Just us two.
Yeah, definitely.
And don't tell either team what's going on.
She's strong competition for the both of us. Definitely. And if we send Katie home, Harry has no numbers.
When Hukatana went to their second tribal council, Zach and Terry were forced to pick a side.
You can take your chances with Team Quidditch, minus Holly, or you could be a part of Holly.
5th person voted out of Survivor Terrapin Trials, Katie. From the Katie vote on through a tribe swap and the merge, the group kept building on their success, finding both the idols in the game.
Yes! There we go. Right here.
Holy crap, girl. You could go all the way. You could fucking go all the way. Oh my gosh.
And systematically eliminating the Rafiki members. Eric, the tribe has spoken. But as the game wore on, the Hukatana force started to fracture.
It's a dark fracture. Good.
What if we could get all the girls to band together and slowly but surely pick off all the guys?
I was literally just thinking that.
And Fluke even stole one of her alliance members' idols, or so she thought.
So you know what I did? I took that jump.
7 people left and 6 of you are apparently from the same group.
But it wasn't until the final 7 when the game finally turned.
We think that the boys are just going to get rid of all the girls so they can have a testosterone off. So, we're 4 strong girls, we should take control of the game and have the first female Survivor winner.
Well, we can literally pick them off one by one.
But the Girls Alliance plan didn't come without a hitch.
I think it's a really cool plan, but I'm not like fully on board just because I don't really trust Holly.
If you drop her, we're fucked.
At the final 6, the girls were ready to establish their dominance, and Fluke thought Victoria was set.
If she's gonna vote me out or she's gonna go against me, it's gonna twinge her a little. I feel like I'm under her skin to the point where she wants to play the game, but there's like a Fluke collar on her.
But Victoria felt threatened by the closeness between Fluke and Holly.
I'm really good friends with Fluke's roommate, and she overheard Fluke saying that, oh yeah, I told Holly that I have the idol. True.
Final 3. On 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Final 3.
And she teamed up with Zach and Terry to flip the game yet again.
I have the hidden immunity.
Oh my gosh, I thought so! Oh my god! Oh my god! You're a biggest threat to me physically, mentally, and also in your friendship with Fluke.
11th person voted out of Survivor Terrapin Trials. Holly. That's 3. That's enough tonight.
But Holly's blindside only fueled the chaos that was to come.
This is why the feminist movement can't get started. This is why women remain inferior to men in societal view, is because they split up.
Zach wins immunity.
When Zach kept himself off the block, the trio of Victoria, Zach, and Terry had to figure out how to work around Fluke's idol.
Just don't think that she wants to make herself vulnerable like that.
But Victoria flipped back again, revealing the entire plan to Fluke to build back her trust.
I was thinking you and Marissa vote for Terry, and then I vote with the boys so they think that everything is still...
And just minutes before Tribal, Terry and Zach further complicated the situation by talking to Fluke themselves, setting off a crazy tribal council that featured Zach forcing a tie, Fluke revealing her idol shenanigans.
The one that I stole from Jackson.
Why would you do that? You're literally crazy.
And the girls switching their vote from Terry to Victoria at the last second.
11th person voted out of Survivor, and the 5th member of our jury, Marissa.
But the vote was ultimately decided by Fluke going rogue, playing the idol on herself, which sends her closest ally left packing.
It's going to be a hard climb to the final 2. Grab your stuff, head back. Nice.
From day 1 until now, the Hukatana 4 has outlasted the rest of the game, but their journeys to get here have each been drastically different.
Hi, I'm Fluke Tuakli. I'm a freshman marketing major.
Fluke's personality was evident from the beginning.
Go, Fluke! With a kick to the gut!
Fluke has some fire in her. That girl is feisty, and I love it.
It was her strong social and strategic game that put her in a power position for most of the game. But over the last 2 votes, her strategic positioning has collapsed. The question is, does she have the resolve or the chance to make it to the end of this game?
Maybe I could scheme my way out of this one, but do I even want to at this point? I'm just so tired.
I'm Zach. I'm a freshman aerospace engineering major.
Zach's easygoing and goofy demeanor put him in the middle of lots of alliances and made everyone think they could work with him.
Have you guys ever seen that Hawaiian thing where it's like,
And some key time moves during the game have kept him around until this point.
Me and Terry are going to vote for Holly.
Okay.
Can his strength and challenges take him to the end? And has he done enough to win if he gets there?
If I get to the end, I think I would definitely have a fair shot against Terry or Victoria. Just not Fluke.
I'm Victoria, I'm a freshman finance major, and I can sleep for more than 12 hours at a time.
From the beginning, Victoria's been a dark horse contender in the game.
I feel like a lot of people might see me as weak, so I have to make sure I can work out my alliances and really strategize well to keep on playing and go farther.
And she was initially seen as being the nice girl in the game.
And honestly, Victoria's the nicest person ever, which is the worst feeling in the world right now.
But her big moves and intense strategic game have turned her into the most polarizing figure of the season.
Cool, Victoria.
I fucking hate Victoria. I think she's a backstabbing bitch.
If she can make it to the end, can the jury respect her aggressive gameplay?
I've known that I am a pretty competitive person, but I didn't really recognize that until really being put in this situation where, you want to win, you want to stay at the very end.
My name's Terry, computer science major, freshman.
As a big fan of Survivor, Terry attempted to use that knowledge to get him far in the game.
Guys will air, girls will air.
But his busy schedule drew the ire of many of the other players, earning him the titles of least likable person and least deserving to be in the game at the survey challenge.
Marissa says, Terry again because I didn't know your name until 3 weeks ago.
And throughout the game, he's been on the bottom of multiple alliances.
We are the CEOs of this alliance. Then Terry is a worker child. He is on the factory floor.
But at the end of the day, I know I can beat Terry, and I know you can beat Terry, and we can all beat Terry.
Does he have any shot of getting the votes against the bigger players in his alliance?
There's a little bit of hate towards that, you know, a little bit of shade thrown at me here and there. But I think I actually have a shot.
For close to 80 days, they fought their asses off to stay in this game. And now, they're holding on for dear life, trying to make it to the end. It all comes down to this. Find out who will win the title of Maryland's third sole survivor tonight.
Head back. Nice.
When I found out that Zach and Feluke were playing and we were all in the same tribe, we were all like, yeah, you know, we should have a final three. The three of us decided that we would try to pull in Terry and then have a final four. Terry would be our little pawn, I guess, and then we'd eliminate him when we didn't need him anymore. And it's really funny that even though, like, throughout the game, everything's really shifted, the end top four have actually been us, and I don't think any of us really wanted it that way.
Whether those three stay together, at least in some weird twist of fate, we all kept our word to each other even though we didn't, and we ended up being the final four. We had a weird conniving path to get there, but that was my original final four, and this is the final four. So in a way, I did make this happen, but not at all in the way that I thought I would.
Wow, that was a big one. That was so it worked in our favor.
She stole the fucking idol. Who the hell does that? What the fuck?
Last trial was very interesting because Feluke was trying to manipulate every single person in this entire game, and it almost worked.
When we threw that around like stealing it from Feluke, we were fucking around, but she actually did it.
And I said, give Marissa the idol, and then you and Marissa have the choice of who goes out. And I asked her to please not take Terry out. I asked her to, if you have a choice, take Victoria out.
She's probably wondering where his necklace is.
But Feluke was supposed to give it to her. Like she was supposed to be safe. But Feluke didn't. That just proves her own problems with trust.
I didn't know what Feluke was doing with the idol.
No, I know.
There's no way she's gonna give that. So I voted Feluke to see what the vote count was gonna be.
Oh my god, Zach.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you through that.
No, it's okay. No, we're done.
You know, I was so confused by it all, but once everyone came back and Austin was to read the second set of votes, Zach like nudged me with his like, he was like, it's okay. Like he whispered it under his breath, and then I think I started to realize that, you know, he'd played everything so that he could keep Terry.
Now the issue is if two of us make it to the final two, I don't know who the fuck the three is gonna vote for because they all hate us.
Exactly, yeah. We're not gonna vote for any of them. I'm gonna die and I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
I didn't really see Zach as a big mental threat until probably now, because in the past I've only seen him as like a really physical competitor, but you know, the fact that he's gotten this far, that he's been able to manipulate all these plays and stay fairly neutral in the past, I think that really goes to show how strong of a competitor he is, and that really scares me.
I think she knows it's coming.
She's not going to see it. We're not letting her.
No.
I would be more confident sitting next to Terry or Felipe at this point, and so as long as Zach doesn't win the challenge, I think it's possible to sway Terry to perhaps vote Zach off.
I mean, if one of us win, we better not vote each other out.
No, definitely. I told you, I got your back today. I told you this.
I think the game takes a much bigger toll on you emotionally and mentally, like much bigger than you would first expect.
That was so stressful. Like I know I said that I felt like at the bottom, but I kinda didn't really feel at the bottom.
Like appearance-wise, I might not show my emotions as much as other people, but I'm definitely not as cold as some people would perceive me to be, and so I think it's been harder trying to keep everything in myself when I've been having like trouble really just distinguishing like the feelings people have for me within the game and the feelings outside of the game.
Even though like Terry and Zach says we're like final three, like I don't know if I can believe them. It's definitely not that simple.
And so afterward I was just like, you know, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Like I kind of had a feeling that I wanted to be voted off just so I wouldn't have to deal with everything, but you know, that's not really what I want to do, because I'm definitely someone who wants to, you know, end strong and go as far as I possibly can.
There's no reason why this game should be consuming my mind like this. And I just feel very bad about everything that happened and what it's become and who I've become, and I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't think the mental stress that it's causing me, in addition to my schoolwork and everything else I have going on, is worth the deterioration of my character, the deterioration of friendship, and you think Survivor's not serious until it's serious. I think at the next challenge, I'm going to quit this game. Top 4 is pretty
Yeah, definitely. Are you
good.
kidding?
Like
only 12 people can say that on
Final
this campus.
4. Ooh.
Right?
Wait, did you say 12?
Because 3 seasons.
I was like, I've been thinking it over, and I've decided that I'm not going to quit Survivor. I said I wanted a girl to win, and Victoria's a girl, and we all agreed that we wanted a girl to win. It didn't work out how we thought it would, but was that not our mission? Survivor is a tough game. You come into it and you think, oh, it's just something I'm gonna do, it's gonna be fun, whatever, but it gets very real. And honestly, if you sent Terry and Zach home, those are 2 more votes you have in the jury. I've done the whole power thing, and power validated me in a very big way in this game, in a way that I felt like I needed to be validated. But at the end of the day, right now, I think I want to validate myself in a more meaningful way, which is in loyalty. I started out the game, and I said I'm going to be loyal to Victoria. That was going to be my person. My second thing was I'm going to have a girl win Survivor. I wanted it to be a girl, so I'm going to be behind Victoria 100% of the way. Because you should, and I feel like the reason why people don't want to vote for you are not valid. It's not your fault.
To be honest, I don't really know how to express what exactly happened between us. But now I think we have like enough of an understanding that we want to support each other as much as possible.
I know that you want me to win, like you don't want to win at this point, but I don't want to win because someone's been saying like, you know, my competition basically says like I don't want to win. You know, I don't want that to be the reason why I won.
She told me that even if it was us 2 at the end, she would want to tell everyone that like I deserve the votes, which I don't want her to do that, but I appreciate that, you know, she thinks that. But I really don't know how to feel about
us two right now. If it was us two, I would rather people give their votes to you because
Don't do that! Victoria and I have a friendship that is deeper than some stupid mistakes. It's deeper than the stress we were under. And I think the problems we were having were not deep. They were shallow, they were in the moment, and they were ineffective with the game. And it takes a toll on you. Let's just agree to get the final 2. And then I'm still going to want you to win. I told her, if you want to win, I'm going to help you win, but you're going to have to take me to the final 2. I'm not saying that because I want to go to the final 2. I'm saying that because that's the only way she's going to win, because I need to be in front of every single jury member and say, if you want me to win and you don't like Victoria that much, you're going to need to vote for her in order for me to win. Because right now, winning for me is achieving my goals, and my goal is to have a female winner of Survivor, period. And I want that winner to be Victoria. That's what I want. And I'm going to get it. The culmination of the strategy is the end persuasive speech. It's like the end of a debate. You're giving the conclusion to your plan. And where you may have lost your audience along the way, it's the conclusion that is the one that sticks in the mind when they're deciding who wins the debate. That's true. So when you get up there, you may have some wishy-washy people, but if you talk a good game, you could kill it. And even if you don't, if I'm right next to you, I could talk a good game for you, because you know my impromptu speech is on point.
Okay.
You know, I already had some trust issues coming into the game, but I think this has helped me in an immeasurable way, and I'm forever grateful for playing the game. Even if I go home, I had a really good time. I mean, you don't have to take me to the final. I'm very at peace if I go home. It's not a big deal. While I feel bad about cheating and lying and all that other stuff, I didn't want to cheat myself in the end. I didn't want to give up on the game. If I'm going to go out, they're going to have to vote me out.
Alright, Zach, I'll take back immunity. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs to give yourself a spot in the final 3 of this game. So for today's challenge, we're going to do a best of Survivor. So we're taking things from a lot of different challenges that you guys did, putting them all into one. It's a big challenge. It's going to test your mind, your memory, your knowledge of the game, and your athleticism. So we'll test pretty much every aspect you need to do well in challenges in this game. Is that clear? Okay. The spot in the final 3. Survivor's ready. Go! First stage is you get 2 eggs. Zach, the first one to the cones. Throws it in, it's long. Victoria makes her first one. Terry short. Only one to make it was Victoria. Everyone else on their second go. Zach the quickest with the egg. Victoria looking for an early lead in this challenge. Here comes Zach. Makes that one. He's got one. Victoria short. Terry short again. Fluke is short. Zach way short on that one. Victoria's good. Terry is so far short. Victoria's moving on to the brain teasers. Now here's Zach. Makes that one. Zach's moving on. Terry's got one. Terry with 1, Fluke with 0. She's got to pick it up. Zach and Victoria on the brain teasers portion, they've got to solve all 4 correct. So Terry and Fluke each have 1. Looking to move on. It's a long challenge. Terry's long again. Fluke's just short. Terry and Fluke way behind Zach and Victoria. Here's Fluke. Fluke makes it. She's moving on. Terry's short again. No, it hit the rim. It hit the rim. Zach, Victoria, and Fluke now on the brain teasers. Terry finally moving on. He's on the brain teasers. Victoria's moving on. Going to the sheets over there. Victoria is in first place. Victoria trying to fill out the elimination order. She's got to get every person in the game correct. in the exact order they were out in. Zach, Terry, and Fluke still behind, but not out of it. Terry thinks he has it. He was way behind, but he solved it quick. He's got it. Terry's correct. Terry all of a sudden in second place. Going over to this table. Right behind Victoria.
God damn it. Fucking shit.
Zach, not happy right now. Don't give up hope. You got a long way to go. Victoria thinks she has it. Victoria's good. Victoria moved up. Victoria got dizzy bat. Here's Terry. She's got a long way to go. Victoria went quick. She's got a lead in this challenge. It's hers to lose.
Tire, short tire, capital tire, a tire, a tire.
Victoria's on the soccer. She's dizzy, but she's going. Runs into someone. Terry trying to get the elimination order. Think back. You played this game. You sweated these out. You got it. Zach and Fluke, minutes later, are still on the brain teasers. Really struggling. Gotta pick it up. Victoria's got a commanding lead in this challenge.
It could be tire something. Tire, stretch, tire.
You tire stretch.
Oh.
Damn it. Stretch.
Stuck on these brain teasers.
Shut up, Boston.
I was just speaking the truth.
Not the entire stretch.
Moving on to Dizzy Bat.
Terry, you want to tell us what
Terry, what was the tire one?
Fluke and Zach asking for help on the tire one, and Terry's not giving it.
Terry, we are 3 behind you. What is the tire one?
I bet Victoria will have it.
Victoria done with the soccer. Now she's moving on to the memory.
What's the tire one?
Can I tell her?
You can do whatever you want.
Where's my whiteboard?
It's over there. What is it?
We're 4 behind you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Long tire. Fuck!
Victoria not helping out, and they're still stuck. You can't quit now, Zach. Come on. Think about the tire. Look at it. Victoria's now on the memory. You're tired. You got to focus. You got this one, Victoria. You got a big lead. Terry's starting to catch up. It might be a 2-man race. Victoria heading off again. Got a few symbols down. Terry's the only one who can challenge Victoria for... Terry falls! Terry stumbling at the end. Terry's moving on. Go grab your whiteboard and go to the memory. Terry and Victoria making this a 2-man race. Zach and Fluke are still at the brain teasers. Victoria and Terry now, the top 2. Yeah. Victoria's good. Victoria, go to trivia. She's got a big lead. Terry trying to catch up.
Online on tire, and it's on I-T-I-E. So it's long, stretch,
What's next?
Fluke and Zach finally get flat tire, and they're probably moving on. They're way behind. Can they somehow catch up? Terry's moving on to trivia. This one is not over. It's going to come down to the wire between these two. It's a battle between Terry and Victoria for a spot in the final 3. You guys both need this one. Victoria solved the trivia. She's moving on to slingshot with a chance to maybe ice this one. Victoria going for a slingshot target. Just high, pretty good first shot. Fluke and Zach now coming up from the soccer. Victoria off again, opening the door for Terry.
Oh my God.
Terry is stuck on the trivia. It hits it, she's moving on to the dominoes. She won the dominoes for her team before. She's got a... She did the dominoes for her team before. She's got a chance to avenge that loss. A lot better conditions this time. Got to start from the edge of the tape, yeah. Terry is still on trivia. Fluke is now, and Zach are now working on the memory. Victoria's had a crazy run the last few days. Can she end it off with a win? Taking her time with every last domino. She knocks it over at the last second, and it's back open up for Terry. Terry's still working on the trivia. He's not out of this yet. Victoria messed up the dominoes. Terry's moving on. He's on the slingshot. Victoria's now got some pressure. Victoria knocks them again. And now it could be a challenge. Terry just low. Hits it, and Terry's moving on. Now it's down to Terry and Victoria. Can Terry somehow pull it out? Victoria's 5th attempt, she's getting close. Keep steady hands. Looking for a crucial immunity.
Seems so slanted. Yeah, it's so slanted. It's so slanted.
Terry is getting close now.
Oh my god. I know I chose it.
Terry is a few dominoes away. Victoria's going for it. Victoria wins immunity by a hair.
You know, second place really sucks.
Victoria is guaranteed a spot in the final 3 of this game. Only 1 vote away from arguing her case to the jury. Terry, so close, would have knocked it off. Another second place finish for Terry.
Couldn't fucking get flat tire for the longest time.
Fluke, cough it up. Gave a great effort. Unfortunately, sometimes one part of the challenge can mess you up. Good effort. We did not give up.
Feels pretty good. You know, I feel like I came playing Survivor to win Survivor, and you know, I'm pretty close, and I'm happy about that.
Really sucked getting second place for a 3rd straight time. Really sucked. But it was whatever, because we just had to guarantee that Fluke wasn't gonna win.
I'm worried about this time around. Because I know that Terry and Victoria, I hope they want to keep me in, but I'm also worried that they think I'm the bigger threat, so they're gonna take me out. It makes sense to vote Fluke out, because me, Victoria, and Harry's alliance is strong, and also, to tell you the truth, in the end, if it's one of us versus Fluke, the jury's gonna vote for Fluke. For all of our sakes, I think we need to take Fluke out.
That slingshot took me a while too. I was
You
kind of
did! You did the damn. That was the hardest challenge, and you did the damn thing.
I was surprised that I won that challenge. I did do a little bit of prep work regarding the trivia and like the order of elimination, but I didn't think physically I was as strong as a competitor as the other people, and so, you know, it was a great surprise for me.
So it's up to you, because they're gonna both approach you to vote with them.
I know. But it also put a lot of pressure on me, because knowing that I have immunity, it really opens up my options in terms of who I want to see in the final 3.
What I'm gonna do is give you immunity. And so Zach has the option to vote for me. And Terry
That'll
does
make
too.
Holly want to vote for you if I don't make it. That would make her vote for you. And then she would get Harry. That is so selfless. You don't have to do that. You understand, right?
No, I know, but like, me with the 2 boys, like, I don't think that puts me in the best position. Like, it's not selfless. It's a decision I want to make for the better me in the future. You know, that's the
Well, then shoot, give it to me. Whatever, I don't care about you. Just give me the necklace or whatever. I'm not 100% on what the plan is. I know I'm voting for Zach. Deal.
I'm gonna be so hated at the end of this game. So hated.
We already are. I don't too.
Pretty much, me and Victoria are the ones that are hating this game, and we don't think we can swing a lot of jury votes, especially against Zach and Fluke.
Everyone's gonna be so salty. If like we like at the end, you know how like they do like the jury questioning and everything. Everyone's gonna be like, really, I don't want to vote for either.
Yeah. We've had a pretty solid alliance throughout the game, and I feel like we both have pretty equal chances of winning, because I'm pretty hated by people in the jury and he's not really known by people in the jury, and so I think we both have very different attributes to bring, and it would be a really interesting final panel.
Okay, so obviously this vote is Fluke.
You're saying that?
You want to vote for Zach? Okay, well, right now we have to take, because we can't keep Fluke at all. Because, like, there's no way we can get jury votes if Fluke is in the jury.
My thing is, even though Zach says that we're all like equally hated, honestly he's the least hated.
I know. Yeah.
And so
because like everyone likes him, he like jokes around and stuff like that.
Plus, like even though he did vote people off, they're like, oh yeah, Zach, he's this cool guy. We're gonna forgive him. And so, like my concern is his chances of winning challenges are pretty good. So you know, if he wins the next challenge, he'll pick one of us.
Yeah.
And like I don't think either of us could beat him.
Yeah.
Next
I know.
I knew at some point we had to take Zach out, but I just didn't know what the right opportunity was.
Also for you, I feel like a lot of people think you're in Zach's shadow. You know what I mean?
Shadow.
Yeah. And I feel like doing this would make them see that like you're not just his pawn.
It's hard, man, because like we all say like we're gonna put the game aside, you know, no hard feelings after the vote. But you know, like I've been tight with him like day one, and like the plan has always been go to the end with him. But the thing is, like, my game has been exactly the same as Zach's, and he's more likable in terms of personality. So there's nothing I can say that would put me in front of him for the jury votes. Yeah.
But I like if you honestly feel like we have better chance going up against Zach than.
Yeah, I knew at some point we had to take Zach out. I just
Yeah.
don't know if this is the right moment because Fluke is still there.
I don't know. Something in the back of my mind says that going up against Fluke would be a huge mistake.
Because like, going against Fluke is a guaranteed loss, pretty much.
I hope that I can trust her. I really do. This is a really important vote.
I don't know, man. I just don't want Fluke in the game.
So we have tribal soon, and I'm hoping that Victoria is really being honest with me now, and that she's gonna give me her immunity necklace. That would be a godsend.
If I was voted out, I'd probably be most mad at Terry because we made an alliance and we've kept it the entire game. So if he bailed on me right at the end, that'd kind of be angry.
Life would be so much easier if I would have played the hidden immunity idol for Marissa. But no, so we're gonna see if I get punished for my mistakes and my mistrust and my poor decisions as a friend, or if God says there's a way for, you know, everyone to grow from their mistakes and yet still get the desired outcome. We'll see.
Zach, you guys are the final four. You're all from the original Ukatana. Is there any connection between you guys from the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning we said this four was going to make it, and then, I mean, now there's an obvious split.
What's the obvious split?
I mean, personally, I'm going to vote for Fluke because I think she has the best chance of getting the most votes in the jury.
Fluke, do you think that's true?
Not necessarily, but I'm not surprised people think short-sighted or don't believe in themselves to get votes. But they seem to be a pretty tight-knit of three based on a long-term friendship. So it's a lot of times when you're a boss-ass bitch, people want to come for you and isolate you, but it's not something I'm not used to. So.
Well, if it's not you, who's potentially a bigger threat? Who do you think that they should be going for?
I could just go down the line. I'm a pros and cons type of lady. Zach is a little bit of a physical threat, but according to the challenge yesterday, he's not that much of a mental threat in terms of brain teasers. Victoria seems to have the will to do anything, and I think will overcome a lot of things. She seems to have a mental game on lock, and she seems to be holding a lot of chips in her hands. She's won MVP twice, and Terry keeps trying to play this, oh, I'm the underdog, I'm not going to get that many votes at the end, trying to play that, but he's obviously very smart, and I think he has the fire of 1,000 suns within him, and he's trying to claim his title, he's trying to not be least deserving, he's trying to win first place at something he just pledged, he's feeling fresh, he feels like a brother or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's got a fraternity for collectivism. This is not a fraternity. These are not his brothers. I'm not his motherfucking sister. So do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna beg for your mercy. I'm not gonna beg for anything. I'm just gonna let the Lord's will prevail.
So Zach, you just heard Felipe talk about why it could make sense to take out Terry. Is there any merit to that, or?
I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm simply laying out facts, my good friend.
Okay, I'm asking Zach, what does he think of those facts? Is there a reason not to vote for Felipe?
I mean, from my perspective, not particularly, because I still think in the end, Terry doesn't have the votes on the jury that Felipe has.
Terry, is there any reason to vote Zach out over Felipe?
You got two big threats, but the main thing is jury votes right now. And I think Felipe has way more pull in the jury than any of us.
So Victoria, you're the only one safe tonight. Everyone else has been paranoid about lies. You have a lot of influence. Is your opinion different from the others in terms of what you do this week?
I completely agree with what Terry and Zach said. We need to get rid of the biggest social threat, the person who probably will get the most votes at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
I said I wasn't going to beg, but this is a very good point, so I'd like to throw it out there. There is a very low chance that I will win the immunity challenge. So whoever wants to get rid of me, there's a very good opportunity to get rid of me next time. Now that's just my ego wanting to be top 3. It sounds a little better than top 4, although final 4 is a very nice alliteration with Felipe. So if you wanted to get rid of me, why not get rid of a competition who may win the challenge next time? I don't know. That's just me being real.
Terry, Zach, Victoria, does everyone buy into that? Is that a fair strategy?
You never know what the challenge is going to be. You never know who's going to win.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so Felipe.
That is a fair point.
Doesn't sway your opinion, though?
First.
All right, well.
But, you never know until you know. I'm glad I could have formed this really great 4 alliance for them to drop me. But, whatever. It is what it is. We'll get used to it.
Victoria, are you keeping immunity tonight?
I thought about it, and I think, yeah, I'm going to keep it.
All right. Well, in that case, it is time to vote. Victoria, as you're safe, you can go up first.
I didn't play Survivor. I didn't come to play Survivor to get, 3rd place. I'm playing Survivor to win.
Okay. Hope to see you next week.
Don't think I can stand there in front of the jury and beat you.
What was my one condition for the girl to win? For her to be upfront with me. The girl could win if she was upfront with me, right? Why is she playing games that talk about she gonna give me the necklace but she ain't gonna give me the necklace? Why? Why are people waking me up from my sleep? Why are we playing games like this? I don't know. And it's like, I want to vote out Terry because this bitch ass needs to just get some karma on that. But I know no one's voting for Terry, so I won't have any numbers. So the only chance I'm gonna stay in the game is if I vote for Zach, even though they're being real chummy, so I don't really know. Whatever. And I was like, can you not be wearing new pumps?
Once votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Zach. Felipe. Third vote. Zach. That's 2 votes Zach, 1 vote Felipe, 1 vote left. Fourth vote. 12th person voted out of Survivor Terrapin Trials, and the 6th member of our jury, Zach. That's 3. That's enough tonight.
Sorry.
Sorry, no.
Don't get dressed me. Better trust me.
Zach, tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Congratulations, you guys, on the final 3. There is another challenge. There is another vote. You guys, as I said, are playing for a final 2. You guys showed that this is all about personal gain at this point, not about alliances. So you got to win this next challenge if you want to guarantee yourself a spot. That's it. Here's free. Head back.
My time has come. It was fun playing Survivor. Thank you, Austin. I can say I was in the final 4. I'm not illiterate. I'm not gonna have alliteration like Feluke, but you know, that's okay. So I just hope they know that they're probably gonna lose. So you know what? That's okay. I wish the rest the best of luck.
It really sucked, writing down his name because he's been my ally from the very beginning, and it was tough. I knew I was gonna have to do it eventually, and that was probably the best opportunity to do it.
Coming in with these friendships, you know that there's a point where you're gonna have to tackle it and see what's more important to you, like the friendship or, playing a strategic game. And Terry and I, we've been pretty close throughout, but I also knew that Zach was a threat coming in because he had an alliance with Terry as well. And so for me, that was strategic for me to really play a better game and get rid of someone who I wasn't as confident about beating at the end.
Tribal was tribal, fake, phony. And yet, Feluke rose again when everyone thought I was going home. They're afraid because, one, there are people in the jury who like me because I'm likable, but they're also afraid because Zach and Victoria know that I can talk my way into a lot of things, like winning this game. What they don't know is that I'm gonna talk Victoria into winning the game if she keeps acting right.
Getting to the final 3 was awesome. Probably some mistakes coming to this point, but to see that I'm here and to continually be able to say I'm in the final 7, final 6, final 5, 4, 3, and then it's amazing to be here. And it's amazing to see how the dynamic has played out and how we've come so far in this game and I'm still standing.
Wow, yeah, it feels really good. Coming in, starting Survivor, I wouldn't have said that, I could have made it this far. As I kept going with the game, I definitely felt that I wanted to go all the way to the end and I wanted to win it. And so, having made that choice, I definitely need to be strategic. And there are going to be challenges coming up, and I know that for a fact being in the final 3. And it's, at this point, I need to play the best game for me and not really think about what could potentially be otherwise.
I don't appreciate being a pawn. I don't appreciate being played. I like to be in control, and it's about time to take control back of this game. Whether I'm gonna win or I'm not gonna win, I'm not gonna be played. I was asleep at that last tribal. I was just like, whatever, y'all are dumb. And I'm quite honestly sick of them. Victoria's going regardless. If I win, if she wins, or Terry wins, she's gonna be in the final 2. I don't see how that's not gonna happen. But I'd like to see her squirm a little bit more. I'd like to see her actually care about our friendship, and I'd like to see her character, because a lot of times oh my god, Terry, oh my god, Zach, you're so funny, no way, you're fraternity girl, stop, just stop. So now I'm just trying to decide, is my mission for Victoria to win or to just have a girl win? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna win this next challenge, because Feluke may not have won a challenge thus far, and Terry might feel like he's second place in this, and Victoria feels like she's the dark horse that's gonna fight through. I'm gonna win this challenge. I need to win this challenge for myself, really.
I definitely want to go with Terry. We've both agreed that Feluke, if she were to win, she would be the biggest wild card. I know I would be more confident sitting next to Terry, and I think Terry would probably feel the same way. And I think for the both of us, it would be the best decision to take each other instead of, giving Feluke a chance and really, throwing up in the air for her. We definitely can't let Feluke win this challenge.
I just met with Victoria to come up with a plan for tonight's challenge. but she was very disinterested. I wanted her to want me to win, so that whatever. Doesn't matter what I wanted, because apparently we're all living in Victoria's world, and she's just complacent because she knows she's going to be in the final 2 regardless, because Terry wants her in the final 2 and I want her in the final 2, so she's lucky I want a girl to win, or else she's really irritating me right now, but that's okay. I remember the days when Victoria would have done anything for me. I remember the days when, you know, it was, oh, Fluke, you didn't have to save me. Oh, Fluke, I just want you to know that I am down for anything to get you to win. Everyone should be careful if I win a dinner. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hello, final 3. Are you guys ready to get to your next community challenge? All right, first thing, Victoria. Immunity is back up for grabs. So, for today's challenge, you're gonna have to put one hand right here. There's like a triangle kind of thing right here. Your hand has to be on that triangle, inside, outside, just one hand at all times. If your hand lets go at any time, you're out of the challenge. You could be voted out. You could become the last member of the jury. You cannot sit down. Your knees can't touch the ground. Your butt can't touch the ground. But the last person to have their hand on this bar wins. Safe from the vote.
That's it?
That's it. It's the entire challenge. All right. Are there any questions? Survivors ready? This challenge is on. Go.
I'm feeling so irrelevant to life. Like, life is continuing on, and I'm just standing here at this compass. That's the question.
You know what?
Sundial,
You know what you
damn
have
it!
to do? You have to let go. You have to let go of
Just
the
let it
compass
go.
to find yourself.
You're right. Y'all lead the way. You're stronger than I am. You're the oldest. You're the youngest.
True.
We look like idiots.
Yeah, but that's how I live my life. Again, whatever.
If you're not comfortable looking like an idiot, then
You should be in Survivor.
Now we're weird.
myself.
Now we're the weirdest ones.
Getting kind of chilly.
Gotta be moving, yeah.
Da, 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 da. Hey! Musical chairs! Ooh, who's not on it?
There is rain.
There's an 80% chance that it's already raining right now.
Wildlife. Isn't this like a lightning rod right here?
this is not a lightning rod.
I'm staying
on! Woo!
Win the whole game.
And when Siona put on a dominating show in a bug eating
Oh my goodness, Sienna was a champ in that challenge.
You might have me.
I think I need this. I don't think Terry needs this. I don't think Victoria needs this.
So Fluke, you're not budging.
Nope. Cleared my schedule. I ain't got classes tomorrow. So I think Terry has a reflection due tomorrow.
Nah, if I can explain my situation to you.
I was playing Survivor.
I was standing out right there and holding that thing for quite a while. You probably saw me when you were walking.
Guys with a dog.
This is despair right here. Victoria's just like.
Victoria dropped first, then Victoria has my word. She's going to the end. Terry drops first, has my word. He's going to the end. But whoever drops first, my word is my word.
I would drop if you guys guaranteed you guys would take me to the end. But the thing is, I don't trust either of you enough for
Well,
that.
you
to
know
be.
I would take you.
Well, you know
Why
I
though?
would take you.
Because I can't beat Feluke on the jury.
But then why would you be interested in having her win?
Wait, what?
What?
Why would you be up for taking her offer and having her win?
I'm not gonna let her win.
Really?
Yeah.
He's gonna take you regardless. Because y'all don't love yourselves. If you know you're getting to the end, then it shouldn't.
How do I know that?
I think it should be a competition. I think our articulation skills at the end.
No, I
Whatever.
agree. I agree.
It's up to y'all.
I completely agree.
But if you're willing to make that deal, I will take you to the end. Because I know Terry has class and an exam.
You are officially 3 hours in.
Whoever's about dropping, be about it. And then I can trust you. And then I will take you. And I already told you I was gonna quit, so it's not that serious for me to lose my integrity.
I don't even go to class. It's not a sacrifice for me. I want to make the move that's best for me because that's the way I've played this entire game, and so I'm not going to change.
If I was her, I'd be like, oh, Terry's gonna take me regardless because he's not gonna take Feluke. And Feluke said she's either gonna take Victoria or Terry, right? So if I'm evenly saying I'll take either of them, but I can guarantee that if I win, I would take her, the best move for Victoria would be to drop.
But I don't want to just get
do whatever you want to do. I'm just literally laying it out.
Terry, what about for you?
In the meantime, let me conserve my heat.
I'm not gonna drop.
Why not?
I'm gonna stay here. No disrespect to the deal or whatever it is.
No, it's okay. I understand.
I'm
just trying to get inside sooner. That's all I'm trying to do.
So is this about winning immunity for you, just to say you did?
Yeah, it's personal. I hate second place. I don't know, it's just coming this far, I don't want to just cop out like that and get carried to the final. I want to go on my own terms.
It's very noble.
Alright, you guys have passed the 3 hour and 20 minute mark. Rain's picking back up for I think the 4th time. It's cold too. Definitely not a pleasant spring night.
So you guys' deal still stands?
Yep.
If I drop, they take me to the end? Whichever one wins.
Are you guys accepting that?
Yep, I mean, what do I have to lose? No one made a deal with me, so.
Terry, you just can't.
I had coffee too much. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take a stay here, dude.
Terry is off. Terry becomes the first member out of this challenge. Is not guaranteed a spot in the final 3. Could be voted out and become the last member of our jury. Because Victoria a hug and Feluke a hug. They're both staying on.
Warm.
Yeah. Alright.
Quickly.
Good luck, guys.
I don't like that you're in pain and you're coughing.
Go.
I don't like that your back is hurting and you're coughing. That might be something.
And just like that, Terry is no longer safe in this game. It's down to Feluke and Victoria for a spot in the finals. Guaranteed.
Oh, well, that was sadder than I thought it would be. I believe in Terry and I would take him, but I emphasize my word, and my word is to Victoria. So I knew that Terry would be the hardest person to crack because he has so much pride, but Victoria didn't need to crack because Terry was going to take her and I'm going to take her, so it doesn't really matter. It only matters for me because, not that I don't trust Victoria, but my goal is to get her to the end. It's not necessarily her goal to get me to the end, which is why I'm staying here. I said I was gonna quit, and then she was like, don't quit. And then I was like, fine, then my purpose is to get you to the end because I don't want to reward my negative behavior and my negative actions and my I just didn't like who I was becoming. Like, I felt really bad when I didn't give Marissa the idol, so I felt like that was my opportunity to do something selfless, and this is my opportunity to do something selfless.
So Victoria, why aren't you just dropping?
sorry to say this, but
She doesn't trust me. Which is hurtful, but it's okay.
I mean, a big part of it is also I played this entire game to win, and I don't want to go to the final jury, expecting that I'll get second place. And I feel like if I were sitting next to you, you would definitely win because you...
But I already told you I would tell people if they want me to win, they would vote for you.
But you can tell people that, but that's not the way they're gonna act.
That's up to you. Also, I'd like to win a challenge. And also, even though I'm all like, oh, Victoria, I want you to win all this stuff, and even though you hurt me, trust you, you at the beginning said that you would do anything for me to win. Which, I'm not asking you to have me win the whole thing. I just want to win this challenge because I haven't won freaking immunity. And honestly, just want to be in the final 2. And then, that's good enough for me. At least my time was validated. Did I not say it was about a girl winning? So why would I take the chance in having Terry come with me if I said I was about a girl winning? That doesn't make sense. It's saying I believe in myself more than I believe in my gender, basically. I'm tired of being a hypocrite. So nah. So while you piss me off and you and my roommate are closer than me and whatever, me and you, even though she could sit in her fucking beanbag and talk about how stupid Survivor is, and yet she's, oh, I'm not gonna be in it, but then sit there and talk to you about it, okay. In my room, where I sleep. And her shit is all over the floor. Like, if she doesn't, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, because she's gonna be a successful person. And you know what, I'm gonna be successful in another way, but it is not gonna be aligned with her.
I feel like the issue is me and Mimi are more alike than you and I, which is why...
Cool. Be about it. This isn't about your friendship with Mimi. That's not the thing. That's why I'm saying I'm upset, because now, on top of everything else, that's the ultimate cherry on top. It's one thing for me to sit in my room and y'all are laughing next door and being fucking obnoxious and throwing all things up in whatever. But it's another for me to be paranoid in my mind. I'd rather be paranoid in my mind. But you know what? I'm rather you told me, but now it just validates the fact that I don't mean anything to anybody on our floor, and that's okay.
That's not the case either.
Well, you know what? It's the case when it doesn't mean anything for you to come and talk to me about it. It's the case when you go and talk to Mimi about it. That's the case. And you know what? That doesn't affect whether I'm going to take you to the end, because I already said I'm about what I'm about. But honestly, I'm angry, and I'm not even surprised.
For me, to be honest, I don't really see how those two are related. Because
they're not related to what we're doing here. They're related to the fact that I am angry and disappointed. Because that's what you told me, and I'm reacting. And I'm a reactive person. And Lord knows, I need work. And I need help. And that's why I'm trying to be selfless. And that's why he is testing me. But what can I do? Nothing. Because you know what the worst part is? You are like Mimi because neither of you say sorry. You have not once apologized.
I'll give whatever.
And meant it.
Just keep me posted.
Siyahamba, siyahamba kukayen kwenko, siyahamba kukayen kwenko, siyahamba, hamba siyahamba. Sitting here with someone who doesn't at all like me, decisions I made in the game were based on friendship with this person. I don't say anybody in particular, but with this person, makes me just think, why shouldn't I take Terry instead? Even though it's all for feminism and everything, why shouldn't I take Terry?
I don't see me playing a game as indicative of me as a person. And, you know, maybe...
I'm not talking about you as a person. If you feel that type of way, it must be some type of personal feeling that you're getting. I'm saying in the game, why not take Terry? You both are equally unliked.
No,
Even though Terry might be more liked than you.
I actually completely agree. I feel like if I were to drop, I would much rather you take Terry.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why should I take Terry?
Because he deserves it.
How does Terry deserve it? If you want it so bad and you were willing to risk all these things, why should I take Terry over you?
Yeah, if I'm at the end.
So that means I mean less to you now than winning.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't want me to take you to sever whatever bond we made in a relationship. So you're willing to give up the thing you fought so hard to ruin our friendship over? So that means I mean even less.
That's not what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm hearing. That means I mean even less to you than what you literally sacrificed. Or maybe it wasn't ever real. Maybe we walked in and you're like, let me just, deal with this woman next door. Because I like her roommate. Maybe that was it. So that's cool. And then you saw me walk down the stairs and you said, okay, I can use her because she's gullible. So. Well, I'm not here to chew you out. I'm not going to yell at you. More power to you.
No matter what I say, you're not going to really hear what I'm saying.
If you said sorry and meant it.
What do I have to apologize for? I'm not going to apologize for my actions in the game because I'm playing a certain way.
Have you done anything outside the game you'd like to apologize for or not? Because that's fine. If you don't think there's anything to apologize for, then this isn't really a symptom. It's not a problem, but it's a problem of our relationship. See, our relationship this game isn't a symptom of our relationship then. It's the games that you've been playing. So it would be the problem. And we would need to come up with a cure. So you have to go to the root of the problem.
Outside of the game, I don't feel like I have anything to apologize for.
Okay, then don't. You said what could I say and that would be it, because that would show remorse, but if you don't, then it's not. I'm not trying to guilt you into saying sorry. You said what would I want to hear, and that's what I would want to hear. But I don't want you to say it because I want you to say it, and I don't want to be played by you saying it. So I'm glad at least you have some shrivel of respect enough not to lie to my face even more. That's all.
Victoria, you gonna win this challenge?
I'd like to.
Feluca, you gonna win this challenge?
I've already lost at life, Steve, so why not win the challenge? At least on my tombstone they can say, she won the Survivor Final Challenge. Oh, who are we talking to? There's nobody at her funeral. That's what my tombstone will say. And then it'll say, peace, love, Beyonce.
It's funny, that's what mine was gonna say too.
True.
I'm not gonna be out here. I'm not gonna do it.
The question is, will she still beg for me to take her?
Feluca, Victoria drops, she goes home. Is it as simple as that?
I don't think it's as simple as that, but if she
I'll make
thinks
it
it's as simple
as that.
I guess she's quitting. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, if I drop him. I mean, I feel like it's becoming a lot more personal than I want it to be. And I want to win, yes, but especially now, I want to win because I put out that effort. I took myself to the end, not because someone else feels some obligation to take me.
I feel funny about that word, obligation. I make my friends a priority. I make my topics a priority. I make what I stand for a priority, and they are not an obligation. But if that's how she feels, then fine. Because if she does go to the end, it's because it's a priority for me to have a girl win. Fine. At least she can spend more time with her good friend.
I need to use the bathroom.
Are you about to drop?
Yeah. So.
Victoria drops. Feluca wins immunity.
My first challenge.
Congratulations, Feluca. You are guaranteed a spot in the final two.
It was basically just me and Feluca just standing up there, and the whole time she was just attacking me from a personal standpoint. If I really felt like I wanted to stay in it, let's be real, I would have done anything, but I needed to get out of that situation.
It feels nice to know I earned it. Because if I did not
earn this immunity necklace, I would be going home. And this is just another sign that I'm supposed to be in the final 2 and I'm supposed to win. I don't know why all these signs would happen if I'm not supposed to win. But unfortunately, winning immunity came at a cost, and the cost was... actually came at a gain. Came at a gain at the loss of Victoria.
So, the fact that Fluke was attacking me during the challenge and attacking me from a very personal standpoint was very hurtful, and I still am really hurt by it. And it's made things a lot more difficult for me, because throughout I've really tried to separate the game and separate life. And when she said that, you know, I really didn't and I ruined a friendship for her, it was really painful, and I didn't know what to do about it.
I deserve to be in the top 2. Victoria does not deserve to be in the top 2 because she rode me through the whole season and then showed how ugly her colors truly were. I can't just put Victoria in that secondary spot. She doesn't deserve to be in that secondary spot. She doesn't deserve to be top 2. She barely deserves to be post-merge, TBH. All I ask from you is complete honesty. That means 100%. I don't accept 99. I don't accept 98%. And I don't accept that BS type of friendship that she's trying to give me, because I deserve a higher quality of friend. Not ally, not game strategist, co-partner, whatever. Friend.
You know, at this point where I'm still so hurt by what she said to me, and I'm so hurt that the fact that she came at me in a very personal manner in a setting that wasn't supposed to be so personal, I don't think at this moment I could be friends with her. But, you know, people can change, and in the future we'll see. But right now, I would say no. I wouldn't be able to be friends with her.
So, it's unfortunate that it couldn't just be us in the final 3. It would be harder competition if, you know, I had Holly or Marissa by my side, but at the end of the day, Terry's by my side. And if you ask anybody who they would want to be sitting next to in the final jury, they would all say Terry. So it's time for me to, because I wanted to, you know, have a girl win and all these things, it's time for me to realize that I can be the girl that can win, and I need to believe in myself.
Coming into the challenge, like, no matter what it was, like, I knew it was going to be some sort of endurance thing, some sort of, like, test of your will, whatever it was. And I was like, no matter what it is, I'm going to sit there till the end of time. I don't care what it is. I'm going to be there forever. I'm going to win that immunity. I, like, gave the whole, like, noble, like, you know, I'm not going to cop out. I've come this far. You know, I'm not going to sit here and quit this game, and I'm going to get first place. I'm not going to quit. And then I had to quit, which was a blow to my dignity, but I had to step off, you know, took them on that deal that if I let go and dropped out of the challenge, then both of them would guarantee they would take me to the end.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm our deal, that's all.
Fluke, man, from the very beginning, I was like, man, we made a mistake keeping Fluke in this game. Because, like, how she described me at Tribal Council, I could say the same for her with the fire of 1,000 suns or whatever it was. Kind of backfired, but who knows? Maybe it could be a blessing in disguise. Who knows? I could pull some jury votes and beat her.
You know, you'll be there next to me.
Unless you give up immunity.
To whom would I give up immunity to? Because I'm taking you, and I'm not giving it to Victoria because she's a dick.
Oh, wow. Why is that?
She is. I mean, she's not a dick. She's not similar to me in ways of integrity and character. But no, you should know that my whole plan was to get Victoria to the end. After I had that mental breakdown, I was like, yeah, I'm going to help you win. But then she screwed it up for herself. So, I don't want her to represent womanhood like that. So, I'm going to have to take a chance on you, Terry.
She seemed pretty honest about it, but if I was her, I'd stab my back. I would take Victoria. Honestly, if I was her, that's what I would do. She's got a better shot against Victoria than she does with me.
But I should let you know that my intention is to win, because now I have to be the girl to win. So,
was my intention too. So we'll see what happens.
I know. We'll see. If I don't win, then it wasn't meant to be. Because a lot of times I get excited about stuff and then it just doesn't happen. Do I think it should happen? Absolutely. Because it's time the sole survivor was a woman. It's Mother's Day. I mean, it's not going to be Mother's Day when we vote, but it's Mother's Day. And I was just listening to Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. Let's be good to our women. I'm going to keep my head up. And it's easier to keep my head up if Victoria is not sitting next to me just draining my energy. I'm an extrovert, so I match the energy. Terry has a lovely energy about him. So his passion, his non-crazy passion to want to win the game will motivate me to want to beat him.
So, Terry, now that you're not sitting with me, does that make you feel like you could be out this week?
There's definitely that chance. You never know what Felipe could do. She can always blindside me.
Does that mean you expect to go to the final two tonight?
Only because we did make that deal. So I'm under the impression that she'll stay true to her word and take me to the end. And I guess if that doesn't happen, it could be considered a blindside.
So, Victoria, Terry left after that. What kind of conversations were there?
I mean, there were obviously more conversations between me and Felipe, but I don't think, the fact that she did make that deal with Terry, if Felipe, throughout this game, Felipe's image has been that she's loyal and she stays true to her word. And I feel like at this vote, if she wants to continue that image and go in front of the jury and say that she's stayed true to her word this whole entire time, she should take Terry to the end because she made that deal with him. Even though we had conversations, they weren't exactly positive conversations, and I do not want to go back and talk about those conversations again. And so, at this point...
Because we run away from our problems.
At this point, there's no reason for her to.
So, Felipe, in your mind, is it, you made that deal with Terry, is there any reason for you to think about that? Is there any calculation of what would be the best for me?
Well, everyone says it's just a game. Victoria and I knew each other before the game. We had agreed on things, and I don't like to see that side of people. Terry's just playing the game. He has no allegiance to me whatsoever. We keep it playful. I see him outside of Survivor, and I can smile at him and say hello and know that, yes, he may want me gone. Victoria, I pass on a daily basis, can't look me in the eye. If you're going to do something, be about it. Look somebody in the face and say, I'm sending you. You don't even have to tell me. If you're going to do it, then do it, but be about it. Don't be like dodging people's eye contacts. Don't be having a straight face if you don't want that straight face to be punched. Not that I'm going to punch her. Not that, in a past life I wouldn't have punched her. But don't mean mug me and then expect me to not feel some type of way about it. I called Terry up one day and said, Terry, do you want to send me home? He said, I said, Terry, don't lie to me. Do you want to send me home? He said, yes. I said, okay, Terry, did you have a good day today? That's all it is. If it's a game, be about the game. Don't be walking around mean mugging me and tell me, oh, it's just the game, because this is 24/7 life. Yeah?
Have I sent you home?
I wasn't finished. So that's what I'm saying. If it's a game, don't lose yourself in the game. And yes, I did want a female to win, but I don't want Victoria to represent womanhood in this way. She looks very nice in this maxi dress and she's doing wonders for her form. That's great, but it's more than your outer appearance. It's your inner appearance. And I've said since I learned that a girl hasn't won Survivor, that I wanted a girl to win Survivor, and I believed in Victoria, and she showed me a side of herself that I felt some type of way about. Now it's time for me to believe in myself. Now I'm ready to do my part to show that I'm the sole survivor.
So, Victoria, how much have the moves you made in the game been about the game versus about personal relationships?
All the moves I've made have 100% been about the game, because even though we had prior relationships, I came into the game and I didn't feel like I had that close of a relationship with anyone. I was playing 100% for myself, and every move that I made, it was whether that person would be a threat to me in the future, close to the end, when there were less people left in the game. If Felipe wants to see it as a personal move, then fine. I can accept that, but none of my intentions were personal, and 100% was always about survival.
Yeah.
in terms of, you know, everything she did, all this stuff, when you're gonna cry on your bed and say, oh, Felipe, I'm gonna do anything for you to win, all this type of stuff, thank you so much for saving me, let's work together. That's obvious. That's when I saved you and you were like, boo-hoo. It's just a difference of personality, really. Victoria went in and she had her guard up. I didn't. So when she made an alliance with me, it was in her plan. It was, I'm going to make the best move for me to get to the end, and that just proves to me that she never really believed that I would be sitting here, which is fine, because I am.
But at the same time, why does it reflect badly on Victoria that she signed up for a game and tried to get to the end?
It's not about trying to get to the end. If Terry's trying to get to the end, I have no problems with Terry. It's how you go about getting to the end.
So, Terry, this trial has been a lot about Felipe and Victoria. What's your story if you get to the end? Felipe says you're playing the game. What's your story to the jury if you're taking the final two?
My story is basically, you know, I came into this game not knowing anyone. So it was tough to make those alliances. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to find a strong enough alliance at the very beginning that carried me throughout the game. But I've definitely committed a lot to this game, whether it's like pledging. I've dropped everything else except for Survivor, because this is a game that I love. I absolutely love the show 100%.
Okay, do you feel like you're ready to make your decision?
I'm conflicted in terms of my personal mission. Terry is a lover of Survivor. He's a very good person. He's given up a lot for the game. I don't know if that's a sob story and that's a ploy, but you know what? I believed him. And you know what? Even if it's not true, the boy's got ethos. He's got pathos. He's playing it, and it's working. You know, I'd be really happy for Terry if he won, but I feel like if I lost, then at that point, if I lost to Terry, I feel like I'd be letting down more than just me. If I lost to Victoria, I'd be like, oh, she outsnaked me, congratulations, whatever. You know, use $100 in Nicaragua, it's probably going to go really far.
You said earlier on in this tribal that you feel like it's the time that you should believe more in yourself.
Girl, I've already made my decision. You're going home, okay? I'm just answering Austin's question.
All right. Then I think it is time to vote. Victoria and Terry, your votes would cancel out. You guys can only vote for each other because Fluke is safe. Fluke, are you giving immunity tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
But, wouldn't it be funny if I gave it to Victoria since she wants to go home so badly? But I'm not going to.
All right. So Fluke, it is your time to vote. Your vote is the only one that counts. Yeah, we're going to do that.
I just want to say a simple I'm sorry means a lot. When you apologize to someone, it means that you think they're worth an apology. That, you know, whatever, you don't have to be friends with somebody to say I'm sorry. You could say I'm sorry to a stranger. You bump into them on the subway, you say I'm sorry.
Should I send Victoria home? Because then if I don't send Victoria home, then I'm making her madder.
Alright, once the vote is read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the vote. 14th person voted out as survivor of Terrapin trials, and the 7th and final member of our jury, Victoria. Victoria, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I definitely have gained so much out of this game that I really didn't expect to get. I think I do really understand myself more as a person. I understand my strengths, but more importantly, I understand places where I'm failing. In this game, I think I played a very strategic game that completely neglected the social aspects of maintaining relationships with people. And I'm very saddened that there are a lot of people in this game who hate me at this point, and I hope that me getting voted out, being the last member of the jury, will give them some sort of closure knowing that, hey, even though, you know, I played this game, I also not invincible, I can get voted off. You know, for anyone who is willing, I'd very happily go to coffee, go to dinner with someone, talk about our strategy and bond as a person outside of Survivor. I've definitely gotten a lot from this game, and I'm really happy to have played this whole entire semester.
So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Congratulations, you two are the final two of this game. One of you will be the third sole survivor in Maryland history. Both will have the chance to plead your case to the jury tomorrow night. Think about what you're going to say. All right, you guys are free to go.
It feels amazeballs, because let's be real, I didn't think I would get to the final two. I didn't even know if I would get to the merge. But it was all about dancing and pivoting and being flexible. It's exciting to be here, seeing as Terry and Victoria probably should have sent me home last week. Like, they definitely should have. Like, I told them they should have sent me home. That was back when I wanted Victoria to win. But they didn't, so I'm obviously supposed to be here for a reason. Like, there are many opportunities that people could have had to send me home. But whether it's based on likability or all this other stuff, gameplay, Terry never won a challenge. Terry didn't show up to 2 of the challenges. So I can talk about my dedication to the game. So there are 2 concrete things that you can't debate, really, before I start, going for his character and all these things. My plan is not to really down-talk Terry, it's to up-talk myself. Now, I do dabble in public speeches and impromptu speeches, so having a floor to myself to talk about why I should win something kind of seems up my alley.
So pumped because I love this game, being a part of it, and seeing how it's played out just like a show, other than being shipped off to an island, eating rice and beans and all of that. But it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. It's definitely been rewarding, and just how much I've given to it. Balancing and pledging. It was rough because I wanted to commit to Survivor. I wanted to strategize and everything, but at times I just didn't have the time. And a lot of the people in the jury right now have said I just don't know anything about you, and that's because I couldn't reach out to those people because I just didn't have the time. So there's a little bit of hate towards that, a little bit of shade thrown at me here and there in the tribal because midnight challenges or 10 p.m. challenges and stuff like that. So it's definitely been rough balancing the 2, but now that it's over, it's bittersweet, I guess. Fluke, we thought had the most pull in the jury, but now that I think about it, and now that I actually go through the votes, I think I actually have a shot.
Did you know that when I was in the 3rd grade, I told my teacher that I wanted to be the first female black president? I was like, I'm going to do it all. And then Madeline Houck heard me and said, I want to be the first woman president. And I was like, Madeline, I already claimed it's first woman president when I said first woman black president. And my teacher came up to me and said, Fluke, how about you be the first black female president and you let Madeline be the first female president? And I was like, excuse me. See, that's where they went wrong in the feminist movement. They didn't take into account all types of women. It was just white women. I'm not here for that. I'm going to do it all, Austin. I'm going to do it for everyone. For all the outsiders. For all the people who are disabled. Look, I'm doing it for the people with arthritis. I'm doing it for the people with asthma. I'm doing it for the people who struggle with their hair. I'm doing it for, black women, Asian women, Hispanic women. I'm doing it for the people, the student body presidents. I'm doing it for the people that got kicked off a sports team. I'm doing it for, products of divorce. I'm doing it for everybody. But I'm mostly doing it for myself, and that's where I think I fail, because I never really talk about how I'm doing it for myself.
We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Alex, Eric, Harry, Holly, Marissa, Zach, and Victoria, the 7th and final member of our jury.
Congratulations, final two. Terry and Feluke, you guys have made it as far as you can in this game. One of you will be the sole survivor and the champion of this game. Now the power shifts from you guys to the jury. So these 7 people are going to decide the fate of this game, and ultimately it's up to the jury to decide individually who they think is most deserving of the title of sole survivor. First thing we're going to do is opening statements. So Terry will be the first one to speak, and then Feluke. Just give an opening statement on why you deserve to win the game.
All right. Hey guys. So a lot of you know that I'm a huge fan of Survivor, big fan of the show. Well, if you don't know, you know it now, right? So I'll sit there with my dad every Wednesday and watch Survivor. So coming into Maryland, I looked at OrgSync, looked at all the clubs. I saw Survivor, and that was the first thing that stood out to me. So I was like, holy shit, I gotta be a part of this. I love the show. I hope it plays out just like the game. I was super pumped when I got the acceptance. I was sitting there like, oh my god, I fucking got this. This is so awesome. I can't wait to be a part of this. I told my girlfriend. I even called my dad and told him. So I was really excited to be a part of this game, and coming into it, I was intimidated as hell. I didn't know any of you guys. Because some of you guys knew each other from Oplata, Quidditch, whatever it was, and I was a guy from Denton. I didn't know anyone. Pretty much the only connection I saw was like, oh, Kanae's Brown. That's gonna happen. But obviously didn't. So it was scary, and I wanted to commit everything I had to the game, make those alliances, make up for that. But pledging started 2 weeks in, as you guys know. I only became a brother 2 weeks ago, so pretty much all of Survivor I was pledging. And that was probably the roughest 8 weeks of my life. Definitely tested me in a lot of different ways. And I feel like I played a strong enough game, strategically, and challenge-wise. I didn't want to sit back and just be told who to vote for. I definitely had a hand in some of the votes, and I wanted to be that way. I wanted to commit as much time as I had to this game. I know each of you had a big part in this game, and I definitely recognize that. And I love playing it with you, and no matter what happens tonight, it's been an amazing game, an amazing experience, and I love being a part of it. So thank you.
Feluke, you're up next.
That was a beautiful speech. I'm not so much for, organized train of thought, so please bear with me. But I picked Terry because I think Terry has a lot of heart, and I think he's given a lot to the game, which is why if I want to win, I want to be sitting next to someone who obviously gave up a lot. That being said, I really want to win. I think I had an all-girls alliance. I'm a very big proponent of a girl winning the game, but also because I gave my all. I think I proved from the very first challenge that I'll give all for my team, even if my hair gets messed up. I was very active in strategizing, but I never did it with bad intentions. I tried to reach out to all of you sitting here, and unfortunately sometimes it didn't work in your favor, and I really only went behind somebody, changed my vote for somebody, whatever, if I felt like they were trying to get rid of me. I really enjoyed getting to know you all. I feel like while Terry was around and he made a real great effort, I felt like I got to know you all from a genuine place from the beginning. He was very busy at the beginning, but we're all busy and we all make a commitment to the game. Survivor was definitely a highlight of my week on a lot of occasions. I think I should win because I don't think necessarily people believe that I would win. I know I didn't believe that I would win. I'd like to prove to myself that I can do some things full out and not only be, above average at it, but be really great at it. I won the last challenge, which I think shows how much I really like Survivor, because I wouldn't have stood there in the rain and held on, outlasted these 2 strong competitors if I didn't want it. And I wanted to stay, and I could have been counted out a lot of times, and I tried to approach the game with as much realness and approachableness and just a life experience. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed getting to know you all. I think I've been a hunted the whole time, so I'm looking forward to hearing your questions because I feel like you all know me. So if you think I should win, which I hope you do, then I hope you vote for me.
Thank you, Feluke. Alex, you're up first, so start us off with some fire. You ready? Go ahead.
Okay, well, to set the scene, I see myself as having 2 choices tonight. I can vote for the crazy bitch, or I can vote for the indifferent frat boy. So this one's for Terry. You chose to ignore me the entire game, so why should I choose to not ignore you now?
Beginning of the game, we were on different alliances. So I really only had 2 votes pretty much, or 1 vote actually. I pretty much to vote with you or to strategize with you. Victoria told me that you reached out to her, and so I pretty much like kind of strategized, I guess, with Victoria through you. So I didn't think I didn't feel the need to come to you directly. You know, I'm sorry I didn't reach out to you.
Fluke, did you want to respond to my comment calling you a bitch?
I think it's interesting that you call me a bitch. I hope you mean it in the whole societal thing where if a woman is a boss, you call her a bitch. I hope that's what you mean, but if not, I'm not foreign to it. I totally agree that I'm crazy. I'm convinced I'm crazy, but I think that adds to my energy. I think I have 16 different voices in my head and they're all having a party up there. And I'm sorry if you thought I was a bitch. I would be lying if I didn't actually vote for you when you went home, but I would be lying if I said I didn't know about it. I don't try and do anything with bad intentions. I don't try to do anything to hurt anybody. And I really enjoy you in general. I mean, I learned a lot about you because we see each other in EIP, but we don't really get to talk. I didn't realize that you could blow up shit with your mind. Like, I didn't know that about you.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, I just want to say something about the whole I never had bad intentions thing. Fluke told me that she stalked my Facebook to find out what I was allergic to threaten me later.
I was joking.
That's bad
hilarious.
intentions.
I was joking.
If that's not bad
You
intentions.
did steal the necklace from my room.
Zach, this is not. You can't chime in.
Yeah, it's not your turn, Zach, first of all. Second of all,
it's a joke. I try and lighten the mood because honestly, towards the end, I felt a lot of target on my back and I felt very isolated, and that doesn't make me feel very good, and that makes me act, as you called it, like a crazy bitch. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to come at people. I'm doing that as a defensive mode because in my life, I've been in that position and I've had to be on the defense. And I know my intentions, but it doesn't always come off that way. We're all from different places. We're all from different perspectives. So I can't accept that other people are going to understand where I'm coming from. I can only try and explain myself to other people.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Alex. Eric, you're up.
Hey guys, congratulations to making it to the end. With that said, I really don't think either of you deserve to be to the end, and I wish I couldn't vote for either one of you, but unfortunately I have to. So my question for both of you is, I want you to tell me why you think the other person deserves it less than you do.
I want to start by saying I'm very disappointed that you don't think either of us should have made it to the end. That kind of hurt my feelings, but that's okay. Why I think Terry deserves it less than me? I feel like in a generation of me, Terry's game was really all about himself. And I know he's put in a lot of effort when he was at the game, but you can't discount that he wasn't at 2 challenges. I came to every challenge, I moved my schedule around to be there, and I put in for my team. I feel like I complimented my team when I needed to. I leaned in when I needed to. I was in a leadership position at times, and I also followed at times. I did put a lot of effort into it. I put a lot of my physicality into it. As some of you may know, I have arthritis, and I was in a car accident when I was in the 6th grade, so a lot of the challenges were grueling on my body. But I put in my mind and my soul and my physicality, and I was there. Half of the battle is showing up, and I was there.
There was a point in this game where Fluke wanted to quit. Victoria pulled her out from me. She was going to quit this game. For no reason was I ever going to quit this game. I thought about dropping pledging. I never once thought about dropping surviving.
When I was going to quit the game, I had a lot going on in my extracurricular life. We had a tribal, a challenge, and a tribal. It was a lot. I felt like the people in my life, in Survivor, I could not trust. That also paralleled my life. Can you turn off the camera for a second, please?
I can't.
Can you just, I don't want this to be on the
Okay,
camera.
I'll say that.
Okay, so yes, I wanted to quit, but not quitting took more strength than, easy coasting. I don't think, people were always looking out for Terry, and while I felt like people were looking out for me at times, I felt like I took it into my own initiative to make my own future. So,
Sorry.
that's okay, but I did tell you I was going through some stuff. I didn't realize I had to tell you why.
Anything else, Eric?
No, I'm good.
All right, thank you, Eric. Harry, next up.
I am up. First one's for Fluke. You're kind of a crazy bitch. And bitch in the sense of actually being a bitch. But you're good at this game. I understand that you're good at this game because you were good at double crossing people. Why are you acting like the victim and trying to play nice to everyone? Can you just, like, for me, just act like you have earned your spot here. Stop trying to play nice to everyone, because in this game you definitely didn't. And right now you're trying to play nice. Why are you doing that?
Good question. I don't think I tried to play nice. I don't try and do anything. I am Fluke Tuakli, and I'm being about Fluke Tuakli.
And I've observed what you've said so far. What
Okay,
you've said
well,
so far.
I
One second.
don't feel like I double-crossed people. In terms of you were a strong competitor, and you knew that. And also, we were never in an alliance. And you were a very charming person. If you were sitting here, not only would you deserve it because you made it to the end and you were a physical threat, but because you're very charming. You also have a lot of energy that scares me. So at times, yes, I may have called you a crackhead, but that was in an admirable way. I'm not playing any type of way. I am not necessarily the nice person on earth. I think Marissa's sitting right over here. And I'm not complimenting y'all because I feel some type of way and I want to ride your shaft. I compliment people in my everyday life. If I see a stranger, I'm like, ooh, you have really nice cheekbones and I like your dress. Where did you get it from? Because I try every day to improve myself and be a nice person. And now that I'm here in this final 2 seat, and I know I worked hard to be in this seat, I want to win because I know I deserve to win.
Good.
I'm sorry. Was I a crazy bitch now? Was that too much, y'all?
No, it answers that part of the question, but you never answered why you want to be a victim. I'm going to call it Terry.
I am not a victim. I'm a survivor. And I'll tell you what. No, I'm not
Fantastic. Terry.
I'm a survivor.
Fantastic.
No, it is
Terry.
my time. You are not sitting in this
I have
seat.
to ask Terry a question, though, and I have a question for her.
Terry.
So, I think Luke is an awesome competitor. I think she played this game right, and that's what I said in my question. But
I don't think you are. I think you honestly rode her coattails to the finish.
Her coattails?
Her coattails.
I was never
Her
once in
coattails.
an alliance with her.
Yes,
You definitely were.
So,
were not
wait, let me finish my. Would you let me finish my question? So,
I think you rid her coattails. Tell me a reason why that is completely not true.
That is completely not true because that is not my alliance. My alliance was with
Who
Zach.
brought you into the alliance?
Still let him talk.
Hold
Sorry.
on.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You-
Not you.
Let him talk.
Thank you.
Guys, stop. Hold on, everyone stop. Jury, you guys can't chime in. I'm serious, otherwise you're gonna forfeit your right to a question. Okay. The question asker says they want to hear from one person. That's their right.
Okay, if we need to, I will say who has the time. Do we need to do that?
Okay. I think we're okay. All right. So Terry.
Okay, I'm going to explain to you how this alliance played out.
Okay.
So day one, me and Zach were in an alliance. Me and him were going to go to the end. That was the alliance. He reached out to Victoria and Fluke. I know we had our original 5 alliance at the very beginning of the game. So we wanted to play both sides. So me and Zach made an alliance with these two. It was a loose alliance. Everyone was trying to keep it quiet. Where the vote where that played out, where we substantially solidified this 4, is when we voted Katie out. And I'm sure you realize that.
Yes.
So that's when that alliance of 4 became solidified. So that carried out throughout the game. We kept this up when we swapped tribes, and then the merge time, we kept this up. So this 4 is what made it to the end. The only reason that Fluke is sitting here today is because me and Victoria talked and decided to take out Zach instead of Fluke. The obvious vote was Fluke. The only reason she's sitting here is because we decided to vote out Zach, and she won immunity. I did not ride her coattails. I never once had a solidified alliance with her. My alliance was with those two this whole game.
Can't go Fluke.
In terms of being a victim, I don't want to come off as a victim, and if I do, I apologize. Because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to have a sob story and have y'all vote for me because I shed the most tears. That's not what I'm here for. But that's what I am. And I think the opposite of being a victim is being a survivor. And I believe I am a survivor in so many ways. And I'm sorry if you feel like I'm a crazy bitch. I'm sorry if you feel like I double-crossed you because that was not my intention. And I'm sorry for yelling at you. I get impassioned.
Stop being sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you, Harry. All right, Holly, you can start.
Alright, hey guys, congratulations on making it. I'm very proud of you, Fluke, for making it this far because when I got voted out, I thought you were going next. Terry, I wasn't really in an alliance with you. I didn't really talk to you. I think I said about 2 words to you this entire game. But first, I want to compliment Fluke a little bit because I feel like a lot of you guys have been shitting on her a lot. And I do see where you guys are coming from. But I'm going to try to give her a few compliments before I move on to Terry. When Fluke said that she wants to see her alliance prosper, she's being completely honest in that. She told me multiple times that she would give me the idol if I needed it, if I felt in danger. And I didn't want to ask her for it when it came down to it, but she's genuinely said, I will give you my idol.
she was completely true when she said she wants her alliance to prosper, whoever she was talking with, whoever she was with. And I'm just gonna compliment you that. I don't have any questions for you because we were tight for most of the game. As of right now, you have my vote, but that's why I want to talk to you. You didn't reach out to me at all. I can just partially take blame for that. I tried talking to you once, and you walked off like you didn't want anything to do with me. So, what you need to do now is convince me not to vote for Felicia, because as of right now, she's got my vote.
Okay. It may not seem like it. I know you guys may think that I wrote coincidence or whatever it was, just got told how to vote for. But I tried to put in whatever strategy I had from the shows. That split vote. I immediately came this is what we gotta do. We gotta split the vote 3-3 for Eric and flush out the idol. So I was constantly thinking about this game. When that clue at 12 a.m. came out, when it was snowing, and everyone was sitting there who the hell's gonna go out? That's crazy. I went immediately out there. The minute after that clue came out, I ran out there at Comcast and I searched in the snow. I put everything I had into this game. That's why I think I should win.
All right, thank you, Holly. Marissa, you're up.
Felipe, the first day, whenever we had the first challenge, we went up against each other because we were both ranked the littlest in our groups. And that was scary for both of us to be ranked the smallest, the weakest, whatever. And I was pissed most of the first half of this game because you kicked me in the stomach and I held that against you. And right after Eric and Alex were voted out, I was actually freaking out and I was really upset. And I literally rode on Eric's coattails the entire game. So after he was voted out, I had no one and you pulled me in and reassured me that everything would be okay. You did want everyone to prosper that was in the same alliance as you. So I thank you for that. That's all.
Thank you, Marissa. Zach, you are up.
All right, well, congratulations to both of you. My questions are a little more personal to the game. For Felipe, my question is, when I told you that they were voting for Marissa and I told you to give her the idol, and then she was voted out, my question is, what was your thought process in doing that?
I thought what you were saying was just play the idol for yourself, and then you get to decide, because we both agreed that you were going to vote for me so that it would be a tie, and whatever I decide would be what would happen. So I had to, but then before we could confirm, like I said, I like to confirm things 6 times. Before I could confirm, Mimi, my roommate, and the next door neighbor walked in, and before I could finish confirming with you, you walked out. So I was very confused. So when it came to a tie, I thought you had understood, since I saved Harry, that I wanted Victoria to go home because I had asked you to save Marissa. I don't...
Yeah, but see, the thing is, that's not how it played out, because I told you that we were going to vote for Marissa.
Okay, but the thing is...
So, I mean, it's okay. I understand.
It was just, honestly, it was a misunderstanding, and it was very last minute. It was literally 5 minutes before Tribal, so that's what happened.
And for Terry and just for contribution.
Was it for the decision to vote yet? Or?
Yeah. Oh, good job, Terry.
I had a feeling.
What was your thought process?
Okay, so the way I saw it is so it plays out to just like the last season of Survivor, not this one. So there's Tyson and Jarvis. Tyson and Jarvis were a tight alliance from the very beginning, and Jarvis had the opportunity to take out Tyson. So he didn't pull the trigger and he didn't take him out. And when it came to the final, Tyson got every single vote and Jarvis got nothing because Tyson was the more likable person. So that's what I saw it like. We played a very similar game, There was nothing I did that you didn't. So I knew I couldn't beat you come the end, and I knew you would be the Tyson and I would be the Jarvis, and if we were both sitting here right now, you'd get every single vote because you're a more likable person. It was nothing against you. It was the toughest vote I had to write down. But I saw it like that. I didn't think I could beat you in the end, and that's why I voted you.
All right, thank you, Zach. Victoria, you can close it out.
So I guess my vote's pretty much set right now. So, Terry, we've had this really good relationship for most of the game. I'm 100% going to vote. So, Felipe, during that last immunity challenge, you gave Terry the promise that you would take him to the end if you won. And then when he walked off, you said, oh, but I gave my word to Victoria, I would take her to the end. And then an hour later, you start talking to me about
something that's completely unrelated to Survivor. You were talking on a personal level. I was wondering, you said there was something that you wanted me to apologize about, and I still don't see it. What do you want me to apologize about? Since you put it out there, just put it all out there.
To me, it was just wanting to know that I was worth the apology, that the friendship that we had and I felt like we developed was actually real, and that seeing that you hurt someone, even if you don't understand where you're coming from, you can still understand that you hurt them and apologize. You keep telling me it's just a game, but then you look at me like you literally want to kill me. And I've wanted to punch you in the face at times, but I didn't because I know that's not the right thing to do, but I've never wanted to kill you. And so if you did something in the game and you came back and were like, hey, yo, sorry, I had to make a move for myself, and laughed it off, and we could have been like, all right, then it is a game. But when you walk around and you mean mug me everywhere and you give me these death stares, it makes me think it's not a game, that it is personal.
Well, for me, it wasn't personal until you made it personal.
I just felt like you made it personal when you decided to use my roommate against me.
Excuse me? That's something completely irrelevant. I think the issue with you is that in this game, you think that you have control over every single person. The thing is, I think every time you've actually tried to strategize, it failed. With Marissa, I told you what was going to happen. Zach told you what was going to happen, and still you couldn't save someone in your alliance.
I tried to be trustworthy even when it was hard, even in a game that doesn't rely necessarily on, swinging hand in hand, frolicking over bushes and mountains to the end with your bestie. That's how I pivoted. That's how I moved about the game, and I tried to surround myself with people that
failed in your strategy.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, and you already said you're voting for Terry. You seem to have a very strong opinion of how I did or did not fulfill the rules of the game, and I'm sorry you see it that way. I've spoken my piece, and that's all I have. Okay.
Thank you, jury, for a lively questioning session. Thank you, finalists, for engaging the responses. Tonight you are casting a vote to win, so you're not, the person you're writing down is the person you want to win this game. So your vote is a positive thing as opposed to a negative thing this time.
I've been a really strategic player this whole entire game. All of my moves have been strategic, and I think Terry played a better game in terms of strategy. But, it would have been cool to see a girl win, and I was pretty much for the girl alliance, but once Felipe did that, she lost my respect, so I'm voting for Terry.
Good luck. To the best of both of you. It was fun playing.
Felipe, yeah, I didn't like you in the beginning. I love you now. You're a great girl, and you need to stay that way. I know you've had probably a lot of things in your life that have happened. All of us have, but you're really strong, and I can see that. We were both voted number 8. I didn't expect for either of us to get to the end, and here you are, ranked number 8. So now you can be number 1. There you go, guys.
As far as Terry goes, you gave pretty decent answers, but nothing to change my mind. And as far as I know, Felipe was pretty loyal to me, and I'm going to stay loyal to her now.
So I'm voting for me tonight because I should have won. No, I'm just kidding.
Going in, I was actually going to vote for Felipe because in the end I thought she did more in this, and I thought she was the one who ended up probably, I'm sure, double-crossed me and fucked me over at least 3 or 4 times. However, I'm not a huge fan of this playing the victim card and not backing what you do. When hearing Terry's answers, the kid understood the game. In the end, he answered his questions, and he earned his weight at this point. Even if he didn't physically dominate, even if he didn't dominate gameplay, even if he never won, he found a way to get here, and he did it in a way that he knew was going to work. I don't want her to win because she can't embrace who she is, at least as a player. Terry, good luck, buddy.
I hope, even though especially towards the end there was a lot of emotion, there was a lot of personal conflict, and that's part of what Survivor is all about, and I like to see that you guys are invested in it and care about it, and that it matters. And that validates me, but I want everyone to remember that the game is a very challenging thing as well and really test your emotions. So I hope that you guys use this as a memory to move forward, that you put aside your personal differences. Maybe you learn that you guys can't work together or are not compatible, but maybe you now met some people that you would never have met otherwise, and can always look back at this memory as something that brought you guys together. So I think it was a really good season. So without further ado, we will find out the winner of this game. First vote, Terry.
Very well-mannered clap.
Second vote, Fluke. Terry.
Woo! God, you guys suck at the wave.
Fluke.
Holy shit, this has gotten real. 2-2. It's all tied up.
That's 2 votes, Terry. 2 votes, Fluke. 3 votes left. Terry. That's 3 votes for Terry. 2 votes for Fluke. 2 votes left. 6th vote. The winner of Survivor Terrapin Trials. Congratulations, Terry.
Thank you.
Hug it out. You guys all went through a lot, and you should be friends after this. I hope you guys are. So thank you.
Winnie feels awesome, especially after being like least liked and least deserving to win for the superlatives. Definitely nice to come around and win the game after that.
Thank you, Austin.
You're my man. Congratulations. Kind of sucks to see a friendship break up with Victoria and Fluke, but man, put me in the winner's seat, so.
So great.
It's a surprising run. It's been an amazing game.
No fourth.
Very first lineup. Charlie.
On the next season of Survivor.
Welcome to Survivor Maryland 4.
16 new college students will face blizzard conditions as they have to work together to survive the beginning of the game.
Hi guys.
And right off the bat, they'll need to bond and make gut first impressions of each other.
Wait, where are you from? I'm international, I taught you. Like, I'm from China, so.
Where in China are you from?
Shanghai.
Shanghai?
Yeah. Have you heard about that city?
Shanghai?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joining these students are 2 former players.
Alan and Nicola, you guys can join in.
2 senior players returning from the unknown season 1 for another shot at glory.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I will do anything to win. If Austin said these are the rules of the game, I will purposely try to break them to win.
The 2 players aren't the only surprises in store for day 1. In the 3-tribe format, nobody can hide. And everyone is forced to fight for their lives in the most intense challenge season yet.
Abby, you need this. Oh! You got it!
For 80 days, these contestants will battle for the ultimate title of becoming Maryland's next sole survivor. Find out who has the instincts and the competitive drive to make their way to the top. It's all happening this spring on Survivor, Guts and Glory.
All right, well, that was it. Survivor Terrapin Trials is in the books. I have to say, I was in a whirlwind while the season was going on, but I think that it turned out to be an incredible season with a lot of great storylines, some great characters, and really memorable moments. Some of them positive and some of them very dark. There was definitely a darker tone to this finale, which I didn't really personally like, just as I was going through it and the ruining of a friendship, but that's the way it played out. I don't think it's a coincidence that, in all of this negativity and darkness, the one person who really stayed out of conflict in that sense was Terry. And whether that was intentional or not, I think that's the only reason he won. The other three players were all bigger threats to win, and in some way they all lost the game. Before I wrap up, this is the last time I'll see you guys for like 6 months at least. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who comments again. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment sections of Facebook or YouTube or whatever site you're watching from. I'll give a shout out to some of the communities who I always get some great feedback from. ORG Universe has been by me since day one, or at least since the Siona speech. Reddit, the main Survivor subreddit, and also Survivor Fanworks. I know they're trying to build there, and I think that would be a cool site to post things on. So shout out to them. Tengaged, and a lot of different places. There's some Spanish forums. So shout out to everyone. Thank you again for the feedback. It keeps me going. So please let me know your thoughts on the finale. I will see you guys in the next, hopefully, 6 months for the start of season 4. It's already wrapped up. It was a great season. Very, very different from both of the last two. But I think you guys will like it a lot. And that's all I got. Thank you guys. Comment, like the video, like the Facebook page, subscribe to YouTube, share it, do everything. And I appreciate all of it. Can't wait to start All Stars tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up by just playing a few bonus clips after I'm done talking. But otherwise, Survivor Maryland out.
Terry would get up there and like he probably has been planning all weekend, like while he's wiping his nose, what he's gonna say to everyone, and it might work. Which is again why I always include buffers. There's 7 people in the jury. I plan on having Holly, Marissa, Alex, because he told me he would never vote for Terry, although Alex would probably vote for Victoria over me. So probably Eric, even though I've told everybody that Eric hates me. Eric doesn't actually hate me, and I don't actually hate Eric, and hopefully someone didn't go tell Eric that I hate him, and now he's upset, but whatever. Harry will vote with Holly, and also Harry hates Terry, so that's 5. I only need 4 to win, so if one of them decides to vote for Terry, then I still win. If 2 of them decide to vote for Terry, then I'm still winning.
Coming into Tribal, I was planning on voting for Fluke, but her personality is just too strong for me, and she said some things that I did not like. Initially, I did not like Terry's strategy of laying low, but after hearing about it and hearing how it worked, it was actually something I considered doing and actually failed at. So I admire him for carrying that through and having such an effective strategy. So for those reasons, Terry gets my vote. All right, Terry, I think you said some good things tonight. Fluke, I was originally going to vote for you. You kind of lost my vote. So yeah, good luck, Terry.
Without thinking, because I really believe that.
Whoa, guys, it's like really interesting. What are you guys up to here? You should probably leave though. Really? Yeah. Like, I'm just worried about this fire hazard here. Don't worry about it.
We have a fire permit.
Is this why the electricity went out?
Oh, yeah,
Totally is, but I mean, it's the real problem is over there, so you should probably have it.
Oh, what?
I mean, I'll give you 5 seconds.
I had the downer.
5.
Honestly, get the fuck out. All right.
Like, seriously.
It's okay.
All right. Just want to make sure everything was okay.
Mm-hmm. Now leave.
All right. Have a good night.
It's lucky, dude.
So.
What? I got it.
So when I started.
I 100% believe that Terry really deserves everything that he's done in this game. Going to the end, I'm very proud of him. I think I've been one of the people who've really been able to interact with him throughout the entire thing, and see really his strategy and see his motivations. And I think Terry's a very, very unique, genuine person, and I'm really happy for him that he was able to pledge and play Survivor at the same time and still do so well.